Hello and welcome to my video on 5 practical public speaking tips that you can use as of today. My name is Sonja Nannan and I'm a voice and stage presence coach for public speaking. Usually I help my clients become more confident using their voice in front of an audience. And that is a coaching process that involves also personal growth. But sometimes it's just practical public speaking tips that can help you to immediately make a difference and feel more confident. So my tip number 1 is a perception tip. Because when we step in front of an audience and we think, ooh, I have to present, I'm a presenter, and it's very serious, it puts a lot of stress on us. Whereas when we imagine ourselves being a guide, guiding our audience through a topic, it takes a lot of pressure away from us. Just think of yourself when you are in a city and you are participating in a guided tour. You want this guide to know a lot, obviously, because you want to have some information, but you also want this guide to know where you're starting, to know where you're going. You also want them to know their way around. But it's not about them, right? It's about the city, it's about showing you the sights and about giving you information, but also showing you the beauty and making you really experience the city that you are visiting. Guiding your audience through a topic. It brings me to my second tip. And the second one is to know what your key message is. Anytime you present anything, knowing what it is that you want your audience to take away from it or where you want to guide them. Because if we stay with this image of the guide needs to know where he's going or where she's going, right? So they need to have an idea where they start out from and where they're going. If they don't know where they're going, you as a participant or you as a tourist are going to be like, yeah, but what is this? So the same thing applies for an audience. If you as the presenter or the guide don't know where you're going, it's very difficult for your audience to engage, to follow you, to stay engaged, even if they want to from the beginning. And sometimes it's really in these first few seconds that also people decide whether they want to listen to you or whether they want to engage with you. So there it's really good to tell them where you are going. And there's always probably going to be people who are not interested. It doesn't matter. The people who are interested will be even more interested and will be even more listening to you and following your tour. So that was tip number 2. And tip number 3 is to prepare the first 3 lines. I have made this mistake over and over again by thinking, ooh, I know exactly what it is that I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to start by introducing myself, no problem. And then as soon as I'm in front of the audience, I'm like, ooh, I should have prepared this. And it's really the first moments where we are the most nervous. If you have prepared those lines, like the first 1, 2, 3 lines that you're going to say, and even if it's just hello and welcome to this talk, or hello everybody, or thank you for inviting me, or introducing yourself, if you know this so well that you could do this in your sleep, or that you know that even if you're nervous, even if your heart is beating really fast, even if you are losing your train of thought, your body just knows what to say, you have won. Because then being nervous doesn't become such an obstacle anymore because you know exactly what it is that you're going to say. And I can really, really recommend it because I've tried it and it does work. Preparing the lines and practicing them out loud, that really makes a huge difference. My 4th tip is to give your audience something to do, something to reflect on, something to think about. And that can be rhetorical questions. That can be an invitation to imagine something, like imagine a field. I don't know, something to take them on an imaginary journey as well. As you're the guide, why not? That takes also away the focus on you, or the information you're giving them. It brings their focus back to them. And that helps you because then you can be more connected to yourself. People are more focused on themselves and it takes away the pressure of always performing, always doing well, and really always being the one who has to do everything. Then the audience has to do something too. It can also be a question, asking a question, who here has come by bike? I don't know, something that people can actually answer to. That's something you can add to your tour or to your presentation, something a bit more interactive where people are required to think for themselves or do something. And the 5th and final tip is to use images is to explain something. It's to turn something abstract into something more tangible. So for example, if you say there's only 3 months left in 2023, it's much less impactful than when you say it's 90 days. It's 90 single individual 24 hours that you have available to you. That's much more impactful and much less abstract than saying 3 months, for example. So to sum up these 5 tips, you being a guide, guiding your audience through a topic, making sure that they understand what you're saying, taking responsibility for making them understand what it is that you want to share with them is so powerful and will completely change your confidence and the way you stand in front of your audience. I hope these tips were useful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. You can watch my other videos as well. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a great day. Bye.